Okay, so today we're going to be talking about 5-8 and graphing absolute value functions. Okay, objective for today is to graph an absolute value function and to translate the graph of the absolute function. Okay, we've looked at these before, so we're going to get another look at them a little more in depth and more detailed for them. Okay, there is no academic standard for this particular lesson. Okay, the absolute value function is the special graph that forms a V-shape. So we've seen those before, and we've just done kind of plug and chug method of graphing these, but it's just the V-shape graphs. Okay, translation is the process of shifting functions left, right, up, or down. It does not, however, change the shape or the size of the graph. Okay, it does not change the shape or the size. Okay, so problem one. How are the graphs of y equals absolute value of x? So again, just a recap, these vertical bars are the absolute values. Okay, how is y equals absolute value of x and y equals absolute value of x minus 2 related? So provide you the graph. Here's the graph. This is also what we call the parent function. Okay, also called the parent function, and the absolute value of x minus 2 related. So as you can see, what happened was we shifted down 2 units. Okay, shifted down 2 units. So there's a relationship there of the minus 2. Okay, so this one was shifted down, right over here. Shift down 2 units. Okay, so that would be the answer for that one. Okay, so how is the graph related to the graph of y equals the absolute value of x, or the parent function? So I didn't give you the equation here, but here's the graph of we're talking about. We want to know how does it relate to the parent function. So if you didn't pay attention to the previous one, I would go back and look at what that parent function looked like. So you can rewind this video a little bit and go see what that looks like, or write it down on your notes. Okay, so what we find out is an absolute value vertical translations. Okay, so the parent function is always this first part, y equals the absolute value of x. Okay, then we have this plus k, or this minus k. All right, what we find out is if we have plus k, that shifts the parent function down, or excuse me, up k units. Okay, so it was a plus k, it goes up k units. So all we have to do is take that parent function, that v, and we just have to move it up k units for every point. Okay, we're just going to move it up k units, so every point that we have. So just kind of a quick visualization of it. We're just moving everything up. Okay, now if it's minus k, what do you think is going to happen? If you thought it's going to shift the parent function down, then you would be absolutely correct. Okay, so it's going to shift the parent function down k units. Okay, so it's going to shift it down. So if you go back and look at those previous problems, that's what you should have noticed. A plus would have gone up, a k or a negative would have gone down. Okay, so graphing the vertical translation. There's a couple ways you can do this. You can do what we did the last time we saw these, which is plug and chug. Or you can go to the parent function, which I'll put the parent function in black, which parent function always starts at 0, 0. And then it rises 1 and runs 1 to the right and to the left. Okay, so it's going to go up and over, and it makes the V, but it's always up 1 over 1 for the parent function. Okay, so this is the parent function. Wow, that was awful. See, that wasn't any better. Okay, I'll just leave that alone. But as we go, all you have to do is, since it says plus 2, you just have to take this vertex, the point, okay, the vertex, and move it up 2 units. Just shift it up 2 units. And then you can take every other point that you have from the parent function and move it 1, 2 units up. or just start from your vertex and go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. It's just always a rise over run 1. So it's pretty simple. Okay. So all you have to do is shift that up 2 units and draw your line. I don't know why that left side's hard for me. Okay, and then what you should notice is that every one of these points is 2 units away. So they're actually running parallel to each other. Okay, so got it number 2 here. I want you to go ahead and graph y equals absolute value of x minus 7. So again, it's minus 7, so what happens? Okay, now in this section, problem number 3, we're going to be writing the equation. So they gave us the parent function as our focal. Now they want to know what happens if we shift that 11 units up. Well, as we said, if it's going up, that's a plus k. And the plus k was always after the equation. So absolute value, there's our parent function. And it's just simply plus 11. And there you go. That's it. Okay, b, what happens if it's 14 units down? Well, then it's absolute value of x. And then it's just minus 14. So up 11, down 14, that's all you have to do. Okay, so got it number 3, and we can go ahead and do that for 8 units up and 5 units down. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and stop there for this part of the video. You'll go ahead and watch the next part, and we'll talk about that later.